My van. Well, what have I been doing? Well, you can see just by looking at the thing that things have changed. No, I didn't just snap the visor off. Yes, I know I've done that. That's a replacement one. But yeah, it's got a roof rack now, and these are my homemade brackets, which ended up being ridiculously too tall. So now it's set to the lowest one. I may take them off and cut them down a bit because they don't need to be that tall. And what the hell's that thing there? Why is there a kitchen sink U-bend chucked on top of my van? Bit of a story about that, to be fair. I'll get between the plant and the door. Huh. So what's that all about then? Well, I want aerials on top of this, I want lights on it, and I need somewhere to pull my cables through, so that I think is going to work great. Now you see, my idea with this was, on ships and things, they used to use these as vents to prevent water splashing up and going down into the cab. So I thought to myself, well, I can use the same design on this and run cables through it instead. It's not very neatly sealed in, but it's sealed in. You can't see it anyway, it's too tall. And there's a nice bit of a ledge here, and I can just zip tie around that and put a bag around it, you know, or a rubber boot of some description, and run my cables through that. And that'll make it nice and waterproof. Got the ideas, you see. Rather use this idea than use, say, a terminal block on the roof. Unlike what we did with the Iveco, actually. Because on this system, I can run as many cables as I want through that and not have to keep taking the lid off and not have to keep drilling holes through it and putting, what do they call them things again? Glands, yeah. Multiple glands through it. Because I do plan on putting that many cables through this one thing. Let's say I do want light bars on all four sides of this roof rack. Why the hell not? If you're going to do it, you may as well do it big. Considering also a couple of reverse lights on the top, which I can switch on and off in the cab and have them come on when I select reverse, or just have them as a work light. On a three-way switch, probably. Who knows?
What's your alternator put out on this thing?
Alternator on this, I don't know. I can't remember, but I think it's about 90. No, it's more than that. It's about 130 amps on this, I think.
That's not too bad.
It's not bad at all. The saying that this has barely any electronics in it at all. It could be 90 amps, I'm not sure, but it's going to have a leisure battery on it, which all of that's going to be run off the leisure battery system. Because that thing is going to be producing loads of power with the solar panel I'm going to have on the roof. Yes, you heard right. There's going to be a solar panel up there as well. One side it's going to be my roof box, which takes up just under half of the width. Just where that little hook is there, it takes up to about here, and the rest of the roof I can have as a solar panel. Not only that, but the roof box is also going to have solar panels on the top of that as well. Just little semi-flexible bendy jobbies, small ones. Probably using them just to bring up the voltage, to be fair. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, got some nice wind deflectors. They came off a taxi, scrap taxi. They work quite well. They're a bit scratched up, but yeah, screw it, they were free. And they're only about 20 quid to buy a pair, so I just saw them and thought, oh, let's see what they're like on this thing, and I've got to admit, they are nice. They stop that horrific buffeting feeling you get when you're going at speed and you have your window down a bit. Amazing how well that works. Yeah, to the front, you can see my roof vent at the top just there. It just clears that roof vent. That bar there to the roof vent third bar along. 1, 2, 3. And I have stood on that roof, on that bar, that one single bar. I've stood on that, and I weigh like 105 kilograms. And that bar didn't bend down and hit that roof vent. So I know that the rack is pretty good, and that was only on the 4 mounting points too. The other 2 mounting points are inside, just down there somewhere, in all the mess. You've just probably noticed that thing, haven't you? Nice into that. So what am I going to be doing with that thing? Well, in my door I've got some nice 3-way component speakers. Specifically didn't go for coaxials because there's no point in a coaxial speaker when it's down in the footwell, pretty much, because you get nothing out of it. It's high range, you only get your bass. So I went for these 3-way focals. They're only entry-level stuff, but they're much better than what the original speakers were. When you consider the original speaker was that, yeah, this is a 6.5-inch speaker and a magnet that's that big. You'll notice I've nicked the plug off it just so I can run these on the standard factory wiring for now. So yeah, that was fun. If I can get this off with my hands or not. Or do I need some form of yeah, there you go. Yeah, quite nice. Much more of an improvement from the original sounds. Original speakers. Cleaned all the foam up as well, which is good. Look, you can actually see through it now. Before you couldn't see through it. Yeah, I thought I'd do that. I've got a can of Original Taste on the top, which has been in there for a week now and not opened. Not showing any branding, of course. I don't get paid for that. One issue I have got with these focals is, and I don't know if it's down to my head units, because I am using one of these Android touchscreen head units. The tweeters on these things are ridiculously loud. And you do get your little selector box, you know, your box which distributes your different frequencies to the different speakers. And on your tweeter you have got a 3-way slider switch. And I have set that switch to, is it -3 dB? So these are in the quietest setting, and still my head unit, the built-in equalizer is right down. All the treble is right down for the next 4 sliders almost, to try and keep the treble down. It's just that loud. Can't seem to keep it quiet, and I'm hoping that when I hook up all of my speakers to this bad man right here, which is going to be quite nice. I'm going to be fitting this probably under the seat maybe, or somewhere, we'll see. It has got bass boosting features and all sorts, 6 dB plus. To be fair, I'll probably never use any of that, but yeah, this amp's not going to be overdriven by any means, so the gains are going to be set to about halfway and left there. This amp already is overpowered to what the speakers are. These speakers are 80 watts RMS. And the amp can do 150 watts RMS per channel. Chocolate bars got crushed. So I think he's making noise on purpose. Anyway, oh no, this is the 200 watt version. Yeah, this is the 200 times 4. So yeah, this is the slightly higher output one. I thought it's better to go with the higher output one, even though it was only like an extra 10 quid. I thought, why the hell not? Then get the low output one. It's because then my theory is that this amplifier is always going to be underdriven. It's not as efficient to do it that way, but I thought, why not? It's not going to get as hot. Components are going to be less stressed inside, and for the little more power it uses, I mean the tiniest little bit more, you know, in terms of efficiency, it's going to lose. I ain't screwed with that, you know. It can be like that. Not ever powered it up yet. I haven't even got a wiring harness for it yet. But I've just gone along and wired in all my RCA connectors, which are a bit of a pain, because obviously this is going to be running my front channels and my rear channels. So I've got 4 channels in total: left and right front, left and right rear. So these door speakers here are going to be run through this on the front channels, and then somewhere, I'm not sure where yet, but somewhere these guys, this is also going to be part. I'm also going to be putting some rear speakers in this. I don't know where yet. I haven't got around to that. Whether I'm going to have speaker boxes built in behind the seats, maybe, and try and reflect the sound out the side. They're only going to be more of a subwoofer for mid and low range, no tweeters or anything. But I may even just go to coaxials for the rears, just because they're easy. Might even look into maybe boxing in up here and putting a subwoof, a little sub in here or somewhere, 6.5 inch. We'll see. I've not got that far yet. Like I say, this is going to be a cupboard here, so I have got to be careful of how much room I leave myself, because speakers are quite a big thing to hide. And although I don't really mind them being on show, it's all about trying to get them recessed enough to you know, to sound nice, if that makes sense. It's all about resonance frequencies and getting it right. I'm trying to do that. It's very difficult to do in the doors, but to be fair, I think I did a pretty good job with these guys. They're actually pretty good. And my original plan was to put, because this amplifier at the same time is also going to be switched. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to have another head unit in the back of the van, in the living space. And I've already built myself a little RCA switch. It's a 4-channel RCA switch box. And basically you have two lots of 4 channels going into it, and only one output. And you have it connected up to a relay. It's all relay switched inside. It took me a while to build this thing. And depending on which radio is turned on, if the radio in the back is turned on, it'll flick a little relay, you know, well, it'll flick 4 relays inside, which will then distribute the left and right audio channels, both positive and negative, so to speak, of the RCAs, from either the rear radio or this front radio. If you can figure that out, I'll have to show you this thing. It's quite nice. I never took any photos of it. Oh, I did take photos of it. I'll see if I can add them to the video. Not really got into that far yet, but yeah, still need to do things with like the with this. Still not done anything with that yet. Trying to get my dash cam in here, but I can't find a power supply good enough to run it. I was hoping my Android head unit would provide enough 5 volts to power the camera, but unfortunately it doesn't. Sucks. I need to get myself a hardwire kit. I've got one somewhere, but I've lost it, naturally. So I just really want my dash cam in here, because I've been driving around without a dash cam, and I feel kind of naked because of it. I really like my dash cam. Anyway, that'll do for this video, I think. Enough rambling on. Oh, I didn't show you, but there is a floor down in the back now. It's kind of. If I move to the back of the van, I have got a step going across the back, and yeah, a rubber floor down. And all the seats are in, so quite nice. Slowly coming along. I'm at the stage now where I could start putting the cupboards in and seeing how we go from there. But for now, we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, that'll do. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.